Anshu, thank you very much for being here. Pleasure to meet you here in Mumbai. Before we start, can you tell us a little bit more about Nuvama? It's a big company here in India, and would be great for us to understand exactly what you've been doing here and how many seats you are present. Please tell us, please.
Sure. Thank you, Gustavo. Thanks for this opportunity. Well, Nuvama is a young enterprise. We are in wealth management, asset management, and capital markets. We are a fairly large organization now. We are 3,000 employees. We serve about 1 million customers in India. We are present in over 100 cities in India.
Wow.
And we manage about $30 billion of assets for our customers. For asset management, we are present in private equity. We are present in public markets and now just getting into commercial real estate.
Fantastic, fantastic. And where do you see the best opportunities when it comes to real estate? Is there a specific location or region? Is it commercial real estate? What's your bet?
Yeah, see, in India, the opportunities are across the segment, commercial real estate, residential, and so on. Our starting point is commercial real estate, and that within that office, Gustavo, because that's a very large segment. It's very institutional in nature, and also the talent pool is available. So our starting point is office, and then we will build into other categories like warehousing, logistics, retail, and so on.
Fantastic. What is the main risk you see in the horizon for India? Because currently we see the economy is very hot. You just drive in the city, you see so much constructions, infrastructure happening, everything's happening in the country. Is there any risk that you fear?
See, the risk always is the unknown, right? The only risk I see on the horizon is one huge risk from very high levels of interest rates. That dislocates capital flows. And India gets a lot of capital flows from the foreigners into all these asset classes. I think that is one. Two, I think it's a long-term risk is climate change. And we will not be untouched by that. So something needs to be done.
Absolutely. Let's talk about technology. I know you share with me the same belief that technology is very important for any business probably nowadays. But how do you see technology changing the game in your business?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking me this. Gustavo, if you look at India overall, we have about $250 billion of foreign capital deployed into alternative asset classes over the last 10, 12 years. 95% of that, or maybe more, is all foreign capital. So Indian investors have somehow been excluded from this massive opportunity. We lease out about 50 million square feet a year, right? That's a very large amount in commercial. But Indian investors have been excluded. Our mission or our purpose is to be able to give Indian investors the access to all these opportunities, be it private equity, be it commercial real estate, infrastructure, and so on. And we see that there are a lot of interest in beyond top 10 cities in the country. So these are investors who have never had access, no one has reached them. So what we are doing is we are using a hybrid model, digital, as well as a human model to be able to reach and serve the customer and into a complex product like a commercial real estate fund or a private equity fund.
When you think about the next 12 months, are you an optimistic, pessimistic, or neutral?
I'm very optimistic.
Why?
We are in a good place. I mean, obviously, we can keep talking about how the macro on the world is, but India is in a very good place right now from a macro perspective. Overall, capital flows into this country are very, very strong. And maybe we are an emerging alternative to very, very large markets now. And our economy size is about close to 4 trillion. We will be shortly $5 trillion. At $5 trillion, the country becomes an asset class. You cannot ignore it. If I were to ask you, will you not invest in a country fund in UK, which is about $5 trillion, little bit more than that, you will say yes, right?
Of course.
So when India becomes 5 trillion, we will be, I mean, you can't ignore this. So that is just, couple of years away.
Very good point. Thank you very much. Anshu, thank you very much for...
Thank you, Gustavo.
Good speaking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.